Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I'm excited to be presenting a deck that I've been cooking up. It's a Regidrago Charizard deck with a whole bunch of different techs. It's kind of taking inspiration from Tord's deck from Europe with Pidgey EX and a whole lot of a bunch of options, as well as a similar thing with the Snorlax deck that have Pidgey EX that just gives you options, right? That's kind of what it is. A lot of different ways to make it work, which I think makes it interesting. It's fun when it works, but it is a bit inconsistent. So, share your thoughts on how this deck could get better. But jumping into the list, it's a lot of fun when it works. And it will work. It definitely will. Will it work as consistently as I'd like? Not quite yet. So, Regidrago VSTAR's got a really nice attack. Apex Dragon for Grass, Fire. It's a dragon type, so that's why you have the multiple energy types. And it's always awkward with dragons to get the energy in play. And that's still an issue. But you choose an attack from a dragon Pokemon in your discard pile. Use it as this attack. So you don't need to get the energy of the attack you're copying, rather you just need Grass, Fire consistently, so we know what energies types to focus on, and we can ignore the energy costs on what we're copying. So it's a really good box style deck to start with, and trying to give it some other options with it. It also has a nice V-Star power, which we can use, but we also have Arceus in the deck too, which may be the better option, and Leafeon as well. So we have actually 3 V-Star powers to choose from, depending on the situation. But Legacy Star, certainly not a bad one. You discard the top 7 cards of your deck, and then you put up to 2 of those cards from the discard pile into your hand. It is good. We want to get Dragon Pokemon in the discard pile to attack with. You get any 2 back in hand, including ones that were previously discarded. It doesn't have to be from those 7 recent discarded cards. I will say, games where you use this, I like to power through the deck so fast. I usually get at a point in the game where I'm like, uh-oh, I got to be careful or I might deck out. So that's a concern with this deck, I will say. And that's a downside of this V-Star power, but don't forget that it's there. Regidrago V, it's a 2/2 line. Celestial Roar, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You discard the top 3, accelerate any energies you find, basic or special. When the deck does play a special energy too. Which can be good. It's not great though, but sometimes that's your best option. And then we can attack with the second attack, again with Grass, Fire, for do 130, and it does some snipe damage as well. But that's, we don't want to be doing that a lot. So that's the main thing. All right, let's talk about the attacking options first. So we play Dragonite, single prize Dragonite for Energy Hurricane, does 180 damage, and you search your deck for 3 basic energies, attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. So that's really good. 180 is a solid number, and then we're powering up another Dragonite, or Arceus Vstar if we want, or Leafeon Vstar, anything, or even Pidgey EX. We can attach whatever energy we want wherever we need of those 3, so that is a really nice option. Duraludon VMAX does 220 damage, which is our biggest damage attack. I got rid of Gardenia Vstar because I didn't feel like that worked very well with the deck. Lost one of those energies is awkward, but it's an option. But without it, Duraludon VMAX gives the biggest damage at 220, which does one-shot a number of basic EX or Vs. You might want the tool, what is it, Vitality Band or whatever, to do 10 more. Could be useful, but it's also a big part of why it's here, though, is because with the Gmax pulverization, it's not that attacks damage is not affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so it hits through Mimikyu, which, Psychic decks generally play Mimikyu. I think it's a good idea too, and otherwise we don't have an answer for that. So having the Duraludon, something to hit through effects, is useful. I like it for that. Let's see, we have Noivern EX. The big attack is the Covert Flight, which does 70 damage. Of course, 70 damage is not big, but it's immune to damage from basics the following turn, and that's good. And I actually think this is going to be even better post-rotation. Some variation of this deck I'm looking forward to trying post-rotation as well, right? Because there's going to be, with these new Paradox Pokemon, some future boxes, ancient boxes. They're all basic Pokemon, so Covert Flight has some values. Immune to basics is good, and damage, that is. Okay, but something like the first attack on Roaring Moon EX still will knock you out, but then we will have that special energy to assist with that if we think we want to go that route post-rotation. And then Dominating Echo does 140. Your opponent can't play any special energy or stadium cards from the hand. Generally, that's been paired with Path to the Peak, where you play Path, your opponent can't bump Path. We don't play Path in this list, so that's not useful. And obviously, Path is rotating, so that aspect's not going to be as powerful post-rotation. But then the other thing is they can't play any special energies, and while special energy is not huge in general right now, MEW VMAX is certainly a strong deck, so if you can stop them from getting more special energies in play, you can win the game that way for sure. In fact, if it's a deck without Elisa Sparkle and you start Noivern before they get a DTE attached, you can just win the game that way outright. So, and then the other dragon, let's see what else we have. One more. Hisuian Goodra Vstar, very nice. Does 200 damage, a solid number, and then your Pokemon takes 80 less damage the following turn. So that is a nice option there. Makes you, your 280 Regidrago Vstar needs to get, 360 to get one shot, which isn't probably happening. So a nice way to make yourself tanky there. Okay, so what do we have to make this deck work? We've got a 101 Pidgeot EX line. I've had a 202 line at one point because it's important. But for deck space, I went to a 101. I think that's okay. You got to kind of play around with it, right? No room for stage one for sure. It's a rare candy deck, but obviously you just need one to play because you can only use one quick search per turn. But then once that's set up, you're in really, really good shape. A 202 Charizard EX. Partly Charizard EX is just a good attacker on its own. Sometimes you just ignore the Regidrago completely and just go with Charizard. Burning Darkness, a terrific attack that builds up as your opponent takes prizes. And then Infernal Rain ability, when you play it, you accelerate 3 energies, which powers itself up, and then you can put 1 fire energy onto the Regidrago Vstar, and that's one way to help get that Regidrago Vstar powered up, because that is awkward. So 202 line there. We do play 1 Squawkabilly EX, discard your hand on your first turn, draw 6 cards. Pairs well with a Regidrago deck, although, like I said, it does turbo through your deck, and sometimes you're discarding resources you don't want to, but usually you have to do it. And then a 1-1 Arceus Vstar line. This has a couple benefits. 1, Starbirth ability. Sometimes we just use it for Starbirth, get 2 cards, which is a nice way to set up Pidgeot EX. Remember those early days with the Charizard EXs? They would play Pidgeot EX and Arceus EX, and Arceus Vstar, and Arceus Vstar was there for Starbirth to set up the Pidgeot EX, and then it often just sat there on the bench the rest of the game. So it's good for that, but also Trinity Nova is good. It does 200 damage, or 180, because we do play 1 DTE to it because of Arceus, but then you accelerate up to 3 basic energies to your V Pokemon any way you like, so it lets us power up our Regidrago Vstar, really good. Or it also lets us power up our Leafeon Vstar, another important Pokemon, I think the last of them. So this one, the V and the Vstar is important. So a 1-1 line Greeting Cells ability. Once during a turn, you may search your deck for a grass energy, attach it to one of your Pokemon, shuffle your deck, and your turn ends. So you go first turn. Ideally, you want to go first with a deck like this. You attach a grass by hand, and then you accelerate a grass with the Greeting Cells, and then you just attach a fire the next turn, and you're good to go with Regidrago Vstar. So it does increase the odds of attacking with Regidrago Vstar turn 2. And of course, Leafeon Vstar is good for 2 things. It one-shots Charizard EX, and there's a lot of that around. It does 180 for 3 energies, Grass, Fire, Grass, Colorless, and it takes 30 less damage the following turn. So until the very end, until late in the game, your Leafeon Vstar does not get one shot. I think you have to have taken 4 prizes, and if you've taken 4 prizes, you have a decent chance of getting through the game today. But just be aware of the prizes and the damage numbers, as you always do going against Charizard EX. So it's good for that. After you've used Leafeon V, evolved to Vstar, you have that nice attack. And also, if you haven't used one of your other Vstar powers, Ivysaur is very nice. It acts as a boss as an ability. But it's a boss without using your supporter for turn. So very nice Vstar power there as well. So those are the Pokemon. A lot of different options, which is why it took a little longer going over. Energy count 1 DTE because we have Arceus. I didn't have DTE at first, but I think it's really important. A lot of times you attach 1 energy on Arceus on turn 1, evolve to the Vstar, attach the DTE, grab another card with your Arceus VSTAR Power. I'm blanking on the name. That shame on me. But you know, and you're setting up good to go there. And then 6 basic fire, 7 basic grass. Those numbers are pretty good. I wouldn't want to cut them any lower. You need more grass because we need grass to higher grass to attack with on Regidrago and Leafeon Vstar. But fire is all you can accelerate with Charizard EX. So you do have to be careful, though. Just be careful with the energies. You can get yourself into an energy bind if you're not careful with where the energies go. We also don't have any switch in the deck, so you're kind of a retreat. So if you want to get Pokemon out of play, retreat, you have to manually retreat. And that's a little tricky, too. So just be aware of that. You're a little vulnerable to disruption with the deck. Maybe we need to continue to adjust the deck some more. Something like Professor Turo's scenario. I'm not sure. Different ways to work it. Okay, getting into the trainers. I'll hit the stadiums first. 1 Collapsed Stadium. Reduce your bench to 4. Ideally, if you have like Squawkabilly on the bench in particular, get it on the bench. Collapse to 4. Boom, get that Squawkabilly out of play because you don't want him around after turn 1. Although sometimes you will attack with Squawkabilly. I didn't mention that, but if you have energies in the discard, which will happen because of your aggressive discarding and you're going second, Motivate is a good option too to power up a Regidrago VSTAR as well. Or something else. Again, you can attack with Leafeon Vstar. You can attack with Arceus Vstar. It works towards any of those. And then Mesagoza, another stadium, I think, and I've had some other stadiums in and out, but 1 Mesagoza here. Flip a coin on heads. Search your deck for any Pokemon, very important. So we also play 1 Capturing Aroma. The count of that has flipped around a lot. But it's a good card. You get, depending, it's heads or tails, determines whether it's an evolution or basic, but you have value from an evolution or a basic, so it's a good card in the deck. You know, it's a good extra card to get some Pokemon. 4 Battle VIP Pass, because we need to get a bunch of basics into play turn 1 ideally. This deck will suffer with the loss of Battle VIP Pass. Buddy Poffin helps with the Charizard and the Charmander and the Pidgey, but not with the Vs. So that might make the deck a little trickier to play. I'm not sure. And then 4 Ultra Ball, we need to discard those Dragon Pokemon. We need to get those Evolution Pokemon, so Ultra Ball is just critical to the deck. All right, just working through. We have Stage 2s. We have no Stage 1s for those, so Rare Candy, 4 Rare Candies is a must there. 1 Jacq, look for up to 2 Evolution Pokemon, which works for Rule Box or Non-Rule Box, which is good. You know, you can grab potential, if you have Ultra Ball in hand, you might grab 2 Dragon Pokemon that you want to discard with Ultra Ball to get like the Regidrago VSTAR or whatever. You can get any evolution, so that's really good. V, non-V, EX, it's all good with that. Hang on one second. What happened to the sound? I don't know. There we go. All right, sorry for as I got lost. I was wondering what happened. So 2 Iono, really good. 2 Rod, because we're discarding hard. We need to get those energies back. We need to get some Pokemon occasionally back too, but especially these energies. So I think it's necessary. You need at least, I don't go less than 2, maybe a third, but I don't think there's deck space for that. 1 Gardenia's Vigor, not the best card, but since we have Pidgeot EX and such, or Arceus VSTAR Power, you get this in hand. When you have some energy, draw 2 cards, accelerate up to 2 grass energies from your hand to your bench Pokemon. Potentially, you can power up a Regidrago VSTAR in 1 turn with that. 4 Professor's Research. Hey, we got to set up. We got to go hard. We get stuff in the discard pile. So this is a 4 research deck all the way. And then 2 Bosses Order. You know what it does. Just really important in the game. So that's the list. I've been playing around with it. Let me know your comments on it. I think it works okay. It needs to get a little more consistent. But let's take a look at some gameplay and see the deck in action. All right, let's see what happens here. See if we get to a good start. Been tweaking the deck a bunch. The deck, unfortunately, is functioning a bit like a binder drop deck. It's just not getting consistent. All right, going first. And maybe I'll get to go first into a deck that doesn't want to go second, right? Because every time I've gone, the only time I've gotten to go first with this deck has been, this is actually a nice start. Well, losing both Regidrago VSTARs isn't good, which means I have to have Rod to get it back. I can recover cards with Regidrago's VSTAR Power, but I might want Arceus, A, and B. Both my Regidrago VSTARs are going to go into the discard pile because I pretty sure I have to Squawkabilly. So what I don't want to see, so I cannot get rid of Rod now. That's what that means, right? Rod ruins my day. So that's rough. That is rough. The Regidrago VSTAR. See what happens here. Yeah. So water sleeves, you know, we'll see. Could be a Chenpa. Okay, Bidoof. Who knows what that is? It's a good engine. All right, losing a rare candy. That part's not ideal, but that's not a deal breaker. So I'm going to want you into play. Do I have... My Arceus V is prized. Let's see, I have 2 of those guys. Do I have my... Okay, and my Pidgeot EX is prized. So, okay, this is life is getting tricky here. Very tricky. Right? This maybe a Charizard day for me. Regidrago. So I need to get Leafeon, I guess. Because Leafeon's still a good way to end this turn. Because I have both Charizard EXs. So I think this may be just a Charizard EX day. Okay. I'm not dropping down the Pidgey, even though I like it, because I have no... I don't have Pidgeot EX until I drop for the prizes, and who knows when that will be. Okay, well this isn't bad. The problem is Charizard EX needs fire, so I'm going to... There's no fire in the discard either, so I'm going to... And I'm going to accelerate to my V-Star, and we'll see what happens. See what happens. Oh, look, Charizard EX does power himself up too, right? So that it's okay. So, you know, in some ways it looks like a good start to my opponent, but I know it's not a good start. I've gotten rid of my 2 V-Stars, and that's all I have. I do have Rod still. I didn't get rid of a Rod, so that's very fortunate. So Palkia, okay. Which means they can blow up my bench. Palkia, I don't know, is it just a Palkia deck? Is it a Chenpal Baxcalibur deck? We'll start to get a sense for that as things go on. Like those energies, they're nice looking. Okay, I mean they grabbed the Palkia V-Star, but I guess okay with Battle VIP Pass they don't need a basic for this turn. Okay, so a Blastoise deck. All right, okie dokie. So, we'll see what happens here. See what happens here. All right, my Arceus is prized. My Pidgeot EX is prized. I get. All right, I'll evolve into here because I think because I'm gonna research, right? I think I'm gonna bench the Pidgey, hoping I hit the Pidgeot EX. All right, well, that's very nice. So now I can do something this turn. Now I can do something. So, okay, good. And I will grab my energies. Hopefully I have 3 in the deck. I have 6. Very nice, very nice. Do I have what's the grass count, by the way? 4. So I'm going to retreat with the Squawkabilly and attack. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, maybe I should have been putting the grass energies onto Leafeon Vstar. I don't know. Is there something else I want to attack into? I think I don't think I want to attack into Palkia at this point. I think I want to save my V-Star power. All right, so away we go. Away we go. So I do need to get a Rod, though, because I really would like Regidrago VSTAR. I would very much like it for this game. I think it's. I mean, I want it for most games. That's kind of the star of this deck. At least that's my hope for the star of the deck. They could have taken 2 prizes with Radiant Greninja, which wouldn't have been quite so horrible. So I probably Iono rather than research, just because. where I'm at. I don't want to get rid of this other Charizard, right? Because then that becomes another card I have to recover with Rod. And at some point, I have to get back energies with Rod the way this deck works. So I don't want to discard the Charizard. So this hand, what are they going to do to me? Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Temple of Sinnoh, that's fine. I don't play special energies. So they're going to, I guess, do they knock me out? I think they do. Yes, they do. So, okay. I mean, that's life. I'll Iono, and now I put them. I reduced their hand size, so that's good as well. Okay, I don't have Rare Candy, so the Ultra Ball doesn't really do me any good. I think I will attach to Leafeon because he still is very nice. Want to get him going. They can't one-shot my Charizard. Right, Rare Candy, but that's not really what I want. So I'll hit into you. I need you to take 2 more prizes, actually, before I can one-shot you, right? 240, 52, 270, 300. So, okay, getting up another Palkia. But, you know, if I can get up my other Radiant Charizard, get my other Radiant Charizard going, then I can start to, then I can one-shot a Palkia. Is that going to be good enough, though? Blastoise is going to be a lot of work to get through. Looks like it's not a day for Regidrago since they one-shotted him. I think I just finish off the... I got Rod. What do I want to do here? Do I want to use the Rod or do I want to wait on the Rod? I think I wait on the Rod because right now I need... Well, yeah. It's too many turns. I can't start powering up Regidrago this late in the game. I've got to get this other Charizard set up. That's what has to happen. And that's not looking... Well, I hit 1 energy, though, so that's a big plus, too. Might as well look for a card. I can attach... Okay, I think I want to... I'll attach here. I'll take the knockout. I don't think I want to... use the Capturing Aroma. No, I'm just going to attack. Take 2 prizes. Now, if I were to get... Yeah, now the Arceus... I do have the DTE in the deck, so Arceus DTE could power up the Regidrago, but I just think that I can't... You know, they're going to take 2 prizes this turn. That's pretty much a given. I'm in a lot of trouble. You know, I have Squawkabilly in play. Squawkabilly is an easy one-shot. They got rid of the stadium, which is fine. I'm not really worried about that. I have a Capturing Aroma. I have Ultra Ball, so I have access to whatever I want. I did. Now I get Iono'd. That's unfortunate, but you know, we'll see what happens. So DTE. So now I'm kind of out of luck, I would say. Are they stalling? I guess they're stalling a turn. Okay, well that's a big plus for me. That's a big... So they really should have switched into the Mew, right? Well, that's a big plus for me. Do I want a Regidrago V down? I think when I take the knockout here... How much damage is he doing? He's doing, what, 2-4? Actually, I can take out the Palkia, right? So I'm going to put energy onto the Leafeon. And take out the Palkia, I think. What do I have Boss yet? All right, I haven't used Boss. And, yeah, I'll take out the Palkia. Take 2 prizes. This is good. And I'm a prize away from game, which is what I need, right? I mean, I need to win the game. Well, win a game is what was the whole goal, right? But one prize away from the game is good. I could get Iono down to... All right, got the Pidgeot. That's big. I need Rare Candy. Now, Rare Candy Pidgeot is better than Rare Candy Charizard, I would say. So they're going to probably Iono me. They only have one card in hand. Oh, they're Iridating, though, so that's better. That's better. Might not have had Iono in deck. I don't know. They may have. I really don't. I got to say that trying to sort through these alternate arts just makes it hard. It doesn't. It's not as intuitive when I look at it. Okay, so see what happens here. So, and they conceded. So okay. Well, they were gonna knock me out, right? Anyway, so okay, but I might have had game the following turn. I wasn't entirely sure the prospects. I don't know that I did, but anyway, so got the win. The deck worked better that game than it has before. All right, let's see what happens. Got a win last game. Hopefully, we can carry that momentum forward. Deck. I mean, the prizing at times is awkward. That's one of the issues with this deck. These one-ofs, these thin lines, you get yourself in trouble. You don't have access to key cards. And that's just the nature of a deck like this. So, going first, I think Regidrago active. Battle VIP Pass. This is a nice hand. Okay, fire, double turbo. So what is it? Is it Arceus Charizard, maybe? I don't know. I guess what Arcazard you call it? I don't know. We'll find out. Give me a card. Okay, that's good too. So Charizard, they played at least 2 double turbo. Okay, so I have access to. I don't think I want to use Squawkabilly though this game, right? Do I have? So I want Arceus in play. I want this double the Regidrago. I want a Pidgey in play. And I want Charmander in play. I'm going to want Arceus in play. Regidrago in play. And then I think I get Leafeon in play as well, right? Leafeon, and I'll fill up my bench with like this. And Leafeon's actually good against Charizard anyway. And I have Rare Candy, so the question becomes, where do I put the energy? It's a little awkward. I put the energy on the active. That's what I do. And I might be able to attack. I probably can't attack next turn, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not bad though, right? Well, actually, this is a very good hand. I mean, I'd love it to stay. I'd love to keep these 4 cards in hand. I probably don't, just because this day things just haven't been falling the way I want. But okay, looks like I'm keeping my hand. That's really good. I have Capturing Aroma. If I hit heads, I'll get a card, right? I get a basic, which I'll just grab in thin. I could fail a basic if I didn't want to, but evolution. I don't have anything to attack with though, right? So let's see what I can do here. Can I pull off the attack? What do I get? A basic? All right. Well, I don't need Squawkabilly, obviously. I can attach an energy. All right, the retreat cost is 3, so I have options here, right? I'll attach. I need to get. If I get a grass energy, I have game. No, I can't attach the grass energies, can I? So, did I get a rare candy, by the way? I did not. Oh, that's actually very nice too, right? So if I hit, I think I use my V-Star power, right? And then if I hit a rare candy, I have game, I believe. I got a rare candy. Okay, so a rare candy, Charizard. Yeah, I just need Charz. No, I have Charizard. I need rare candy. That gives me game. So super, super nice there. Actually, I don't have. I need an attacker, right? No, don't grab those guys back. Let me just grab. I don't even know what to grab. Okay, I think I have everything I need. I hope. So I rare candy. Charizard, I actually need to retreat. Okay, I have the 3 energies. That's good. So there we go. So yeah, it was a little awkward. Didn't necessarily sequence it quite optimally, but I was going to retreat into the Charizard for knockout, and I probably had other options as well. So obviously my opponent didn't do anything, but hey, I was able to have a solid attack turn 2 anyway. And that's part of what you're always looking for. All right, let's see what happens. Here was on a bit of a roll. Had a bad game the last game, so I'll see if I can get things righted with this deck in my playing it. So my opponent wins the coin toss. See what happens here. Obviously would like to go first, but would like to go first into a deck that's not going to take a knockout turn 1, which most of the time when I've managed to go, I've lost most of the coin flips, I got to say, today. And all right, so going second, I mean, it's probably better to go second than to... all right, now we both take mulligans, so that is what it is. So what am I up against? Which I get to see this. Lost City, Rare Candy. I'm going to put Squawkabilly in the active. Because I might attack with him, right? Because he can accelerate. All right, Charizard, okay. So Noivern and Regidrago, those are good cards to discard for sure. Let's see what all I draw. Okay, Rod isn't bad. So I want to recover the Charizard. So I'm gonna discard. I'm gonna Squawkabilly, unless they play down Path. So I'm gonna discard the Charizard in the fire, so I can recover those. Let me flip my coin, see what I get here first. Although energy in the discard is not bad with this deck either, right? Because he does, so maybe I want to Squawk and Seize this turn. Yes, so I need to, what I want to discard? I think I want to reduce damage here, right? Goodra, Dragonite is nice as well. All right, I'll make this the play. I will get rid of you. I think I want to get rid of both. I think I want to leave both energies in the discard pile. So let me, I guess I grab another Pokemon to discard, huh? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do this. Plan is to attack with Squawkabilly. I guess, I mean, Squawkabilly's attack isn't great. I would have preferred it to be a grass in there, right? I need multiple grass. Okay, well that's good. That's good. All right, so now I can get down a Leafeon and a Regidrago. I have Charizard, and I want to get down Pidgey, I think. Just get my... All right, good. So Pidgey. Yeah, Pidgey's good. Bench Charizard, and Iono. So this has turned out to be a pretty solid turn. See what happens here. Off this. Right now I don't have energy to attach, which isn't great. Have a grass energy, so I think I want to... So I think I want to accelerate to Leafeon is the play here. I could accelerate to Regidrago as well, but gonna make that my play. Okay, because Leafeon Vstar is very good for this, and actually Leafeon V is pretty good too. They won't knock out my Leafeon V this turn unless they have a fire attacker, and then they might. But if they played Entei V or something, then they can take him out. So let's think. So let's see. I haven't gotten rid of any rare candy, so because I'm going to discard a rare candy, and then I basically have all my attacking options for Regidrago. I still have to set up though. stuff to set up. I have my V-Star power. I have multiple, you know, I have potentially all three V-Star powers to choose from. So the only way to attack and get a knockout is to get Squawkabilly out of the active, though, which still could be the thing I want to do. It's not the worst. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like ditching 2 rare candies, but I gotta do it. But that doesn't feel good. Does not feel good. So Arceus, that's good. Regidrago VSTAR is good. So I can. What do I have? Do I have 2 rare candies? I only have 1 rare candy, so this is bad. All right, so do I want to? Oof. All right, I think. All right, this isn't good. All right, I think I need the Pidgey though, right? I think I need to get the Pidgey, and I need to eventually hope. Right, I think I have a rare candy in the prizes, so that's where I'm at now. So I'm not attacking this turn. That's one of the things I now know. So I can't use Regidrago's VSTAR Pro. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. So let me, you know, maybe I want to power up Charizard to attack, huh? Actually, I think I want to attack with, I want to attack a Squawkabilly. I think that's my play, which is a bit odd, but yeah, I think that's my play. Attack with Squawkabilly, because then I can accelerate 2 energies onto Arceus, which I think is good. And yeah, so I'll just do that. Not terrible. I'm going to power up Arceus, because Arceus will power up either Leafeon or Regidrago, right? So that's not bad. I would like to get Squawkabilly to the bench and Collapsed Stadium out of play. That would be optimal. Okay, let's see what happens here. Have I played Rod yet? I think I used... Oh, my opponent's got nothing, so they give me a sad face. So that's good for me. I used 1 Rod. Okay, so just counting through my options. So I think I want to... I don't want to help out my opponent. I guess I gotta research here. Feels a bit bad, but might as well. Just go. Just go, and go. All right, so this is... So I think I need to Rod here, which is good. I will Rod energies back. Just energies. Oh, I only have 1 energy there? I thought I had more energies in the discard. Oh, they weren't discarded. Oh, this is bad. I needed to actually discard energies with a Rod there. That's bad. That's bad. All right, I'll grab him. All right, that's not good. I wasn't paying attention to things. Was not paying attention to things. Because I don't think I have enough energies now in my deck. And that was my last Rod, right? I have 3 energies. Okay, that's okay. So I'm going to Collapse Stadium, get my Squawkabilly out of play. And, yeah. So I will set up my Regidrago. And, yeah, okay, so I just have enough energies, so that's okay. And I have the energies in hand, but... So this is where, you know, I have a lot of options the way I built this deck. I can use Arceus VSTAR. I can use Charizard EX. And Charizard EX is not happening until I get that last rare candy. And then I can make it happen. But that's okay. I don't think I need him. And I have Gardenia's Vigor as well. And I had to have energies in hand, so I could actually Gardenia's Vigor if I felt like doing that as well. That actually wouldn't be a bad play. Did I get rid of him or her? Okay, Stellar Veil, which does nothing. Affects basics onto the bench, right? Damage counter being placed. So I think I will just hit into them. I mean, I one-shot them with Leafeon Vstar, but yeah, this isn't bad. I mean, my energy situation is such that I don't think I want to be ditching a bunch of energy. That's what I'm thinking. Justify Gloves. What's that one help with again? All right, maybe I can see it in time. Dark. Okay, so that's fine. So they knock me out next turn. I didn't hit Rare Candy. I mean, I could retreat. Is there a reason I want to do that, though? I don't think there is. I have Jacq. I have double turbo. Well, I could retreat, attach double turbo, take the knockout. Well, no. If I retreat, I attach to Leafeon, take the one shot. I think I do that, and then I can double turbo next turn, right? That's actually pretty nice. I'll take the one shot here. Do this. I have double turbo. I don't think they one-shot me back. You know, if they do, they do. I don't like it if they do, I gotta say. I think they come up short. I hope so. I hope so. In which case, I one-shot them again. And let's see, because I'm at a rod. Nothing gets recovered. I haven't played boss, so I can boss this turn. So I think, you know, they do, because the reduction is 30, so I got to get to 290. They do 180, 210, 50, 280, I believe. I think they're 10 short, if my numbers are correct. In which case, what I want to do is I want to boss up that. Well, actually, no. Well, maybe I bought. Well, okay, they have 2 Charizards now. So I don't know if I want to gust something up or not, actually. I mean, I can gust up next turn the. So I'm going to attach here, I think. That seems good. And I'm going to Iono. Might as well Iono. I don't have the Rare Candy still, unfortunately. That Rare Candy would be nice. But not meant to be. So they gave the happy signal. They might be happy. They truly may be happy. And if they are, that's okay. I'll grab research. I mean, that probably gives me, this is kind of research for game is kind of what I'm thinking. I think I've got all my attackers I need to discard, right? Yeah, so I one-shot the V. So they will now one-shot my Leafeon, but I should have game on that Rotom V. And I can attack, and now I have access to the Charizard EX. Do I have access to do I have enough energies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not have enough energy, so I can't attack with him after, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. I'm okay with that. So I just send up, I'll send up Pidgeot EX, and I just attack with Regidrago VSTAR and take out Rotom V. Should be the plan for victory here. Yeah, I think I've got it worked out here. So we will see. I just, I need to close out this. Well, I kind of do. I mean, I have Regidrago, and I do have the Arceus V as well. Again, that's fine. As long as they don't play Path. If they play Path, then I have some troubles. but I'm not expecting Path. But that would cause me a lot of distress. Right, they're going to one-shot my Leafeon Vstar, but he's done his job, so that's okay. That's perfectly okay. So I'll grab the Rotom V into the act. I'll grab a boss up Rotom V for game. And that should be that. Do not use research. Quick search for boss, which they should expect coming. And boss up Rotom V. Retreat. And let's go. I can do 200. I can do 220. I'll do 220. I can do 200 or 220. It doesn't matter. Obviously, since I win game. And there we go. If the game's going longer, you do the 200 and get the damage reduction, of course. There's my second boss. There's my Gardenias. So that worked out quite nicely. Yeah. So, you know, the Leafeon, one of the last ads was the Leafeon Vstar in the deck. And obviously, there's a ton of Charizards, so it's, you know, is this list the exact 60 at this point? Probably not. And, you know, I certainly welcome your comments on it, but because I do think it's a very interesting and promising deck. It's obviously going to, some variation of this still will be viable post-rotation. I want to keep in mind for that as well. But for right now, you know, it's something like this, I think, and it's a fun deck to play with. I think it's a deck that can win games, and you can have some fun and make the deck your own. And just let me know in the comments below what changes you think need to get made to bring this 60 up to the top level. Take care.